I'm kind of excited to be back here at the new renovated third floor of City Hall. The ed was nice, but it's cold. I'd like to welcome everybody to our first meeting here in the new renovated space. It is the December 3rd, not December 3rd. It is the January 7th, 2026 City of Glens Planning Board meeting. We have a couple things to take care of. To start, we're going to go over the minutes, comments about the minutes from the last meeting. Mr. Reed, do you have any comments or?
No comment.
No comment.
Would someone like to make a motion to accept the minutes as they are?
Sure, I'd like to make a motion that the Glens Planning Board accept the minutes of the December 3rd, 2025 meeting.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have two items on this evening's agenda. Application for 172 Ridge Street. They have withdrawn their application, so we will not be hearing that. That is no longer going to be on the table for us. And a site plan review, SB 26-001 is going to be tabled until next month. The person representing that is out of town, so we're going to table that. So we're moving into architectural review, AR 26-001, C2 Design Group representing Trusco Bank, owners of tax map number 302.20-24-14, commonly known as 37 Bay Street, are seeking to turn on already existing blue accent lights on the entire edge of the exterior roof pursuant to the City of Glens zoning code chapter 220-17D. This will require architectural review and approval.
Good evening, everyone. For the record, John Lambert on behalf of Trusco. First of all, this is the first time that there have been good acoustics in this room in all these decades, so that's appreciated. And I appreciated the members that came out to the site visit to take a look at the building with the different levels of lighting. Obviously, Trusco is trying to compromise and get to a percentage of the lighting that the board's comfortable with, but that just adds a little bit of architectural pizzazz to an otherwise kind of plain building. So this is a photograph of the lights at the top, and similar to what my friend D. Hoffman has next door with uplights on the Rockets building. And that's it. I hope that it's acceptable to you at one level or another.
Anyone from the public like to comment on this? No comments from the public. Okay. Mr. Reed, would you like to have comments on this from the board?
I thought that when we saw it down in the 10-20% range is when things looked like they meshed with the Trusco sign, square sign on the side of the building. And it seemed to be a part of the whole thing. They worked together. When it was 100%, it felt like there was blue fire coming out of the roof line. So if it's down in that area where it meshes with the other going into the building, I thought it's something that can work along with as a package.
Mr. Morris?
Yes, I agree. The lowest level was the first notable change. I know they reduced the lighting level several times from 100 to 80 to 60 or something like that.
The lowest I got was 20 was the lowest.
Okay, so I didn't notice a significant change until we got to the bottom, and at that point it was acceptable.
I agree. I think there's a compromise that can be made between the applicant and the city, and the lowest level, to me, is not offensive. So I do not have a problem with the lowest level.
I did not see it, so I will trust the board. I don't like the look of it. I think maybe along the front would be okay, but I don't like it wrapped around. I don't think it suits the neighborhood. I don't think it's similar to Hoffman's. The uplighting is so well done and so modest and tasteful. I just don't think that it suits the neighborhood to have it wrapped around the building and on light. I didn't see the level, so again, I would defer to the board about that, but I think that it's not the right, I don't think it suits the neighborhood.
We don't want to know.
What time does it stay until?
Either 10 or 11 or what it was.
Would the applicant agree to that, if the board were to approve it?
Yes.
Keeping it like a certain hours of the day, like, what is it? 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, dusk to 10 o'clock at night?
Mr. Sherman?
Again, I was unable to attend the meeting where the lights were displayed. Again, I am an architectural feature such as that, I think I'm kind of against that. The issue I have is, I think we set a precedent for every building to do the same thing. And I think that's, my opinion, creates an aesthetic that I don't think that downtown it wants to be or was meant to be. Uplighting is a completely different architectural type of lighting compared to, to something that's either outlines windows, the roof of the building, the facade of the building. So in my opinion is, I'm not sure that approving that would be a benefit to the city as a whole due to the fact that it would set precedents going forward. And I think maybe the city's lighting, they have a code regarding lighting. And things change as things evolve, as we all know. This, in my opinion, is an evolution of that, and something that wasn't pretty much in existence except for maybe some other type of structures. So I think that maybe you should have the city take a look at that and see if they can adjust their code and determine something moving forward that we can apply across the board. That's my opinion.
Mr. Landry?
Couple of things. The illustration that you showed is not the same type of lighting. That's what they call wall wash. And what that does, that is lighting that is designed to shine up and or down to highlight individual features of buildings, which is, it's night and day. It's comparing a car to a tractor trailer. It's not the same. I can appreciate the fact that Trusco, I had a chance to talk to one of the people there from Trusco, and I can appreciate the fact that, they're doing branding with their bank. A lot of their banks are located in heavy retail centers near malls, they're on main roads and things like that. And the purpose of signing like that, and not that it's wrong, but it's got its application, is kind of to grab your attention and say, hey, over here on Trusco Bank. And there's nothing in the city that we have that does that. The night that we had, the lights came on, we went over, I had a chance to go over and see the lights. And in the following 2 days, I got 3 phone calls. To paraphrase one of them, I heard one of them was basically somebody wanted to know if Vegas had come to town. I also had somebody call me up and wanted to know that they thought it was a tanning booths gone wild. All right, because it's just this big neon glow that goes up and down and sideways and things like that. So just to paraphrase. And then also in the lighting review in our regulations, one of the stipulations calls for harmony of exterior design with other properties in the architectural zone. We don't have anything like this in downtown. The closest thing we have is we have some over on Burger King. They've got a sign that has something similar, but it's vertical in nature. It's designed to highlight, and it's actually structured so that it does bring down the lighting to the sign. I really feel that this is in no way in harmony of the exterior design with other properties in the zone, and I think the zone primarily being downtown. There's another standard that the city calls for, that all exterior lights shall be designed and located in such a manner as to prevent objectionable lighting glare from spilling across property lines in residential and multi-family properties. You always have what they call light spillage. And just to paraphrase, before I retired, I was the sales manager for a commercial lighting company. So, I do have some background in this. A lot of lights, if you're doing parking lot lights, you can actually design the lenses to create patterns of light. If you go by the Glens Falls High School, when they're having a football game, it's amazing how bright the field it is, but the house across the street has very little. The type of lighting that's on that is designed to basically spill light all directions. It's what they call omnidirectional lighting. It goes up, it goes down, it goes out, and it goes against the road. So basically, this would be the type of lighting that definitely calls from what they call light spillage. There's another lighting standard the city has. It's light fixtures shall be designed to prevent light pollution by shielding the light source and directing light downwards away from the night sky and adjacent properties or properties. Again, this type of lighting does none of that, does just the opposite. All outdoor lighting shall be shielded and otherwise contained on the property from which it originates, known as light trespass limitations. Again, I personally feel this is absolutely goes against that standard. Not to sound negative, but I am negative against it. I like to think that I kind of compare Glens Falls to Saratoga. You can't get down in Saratoga anywhere in Broadway and find any type of lighting like this. You'll find it out near the mall, you'll find it near the Wilton Mall, you'll find it maybe down at Crimer's Park, behind the streets and things like that. You know, like I say, my concern, just like Jamie had mentioned, is we're setting a precedence. I think this is something that we need to study. Lighting technologies change. You know, there's limitations in the lighting standards about up to 60 watt for a light to eliminate, but the problem now is with the new technology with LED, basically a 5 watt LED bulb puts as much light out as a 60 watt incandescent. You know, I just really feel that all we're doing is asking Trustco Bank and future developers in the city that they kind of have some consideration of what we have built here in Glens Falls, and we're not looking to build you know, a Troy, we're not looking to build a big retail center, things like this. We're trying to build a quaint, you know, something just historical, classical, that type of thing, and I really feel that this violates that. But I would like to finish by saying I do appreciate the investment that Trustco Bank does. I mean, it's obvious, it shows confidence in our city that we want to locate, but I really think that this is something that I really don't think they thought of, you know, properly. Like I say, it would be great if it was up on Route 9 up near Home Depot, but not in Glens Falls. That's it.
With respect to your comment about the lighting standards, the section 129, chapter 129 does not apply to this district. So the lighting standards applies to residential districts, cultural professional districts, two-family residential districts, and multifamily residential districts. The lighting chapter does not actually apply to this zone. The lighting standards was enacted to prevent overspillage in the neighborhoods. It applies to residential only. But I understand your concern.
Yeah. So I guess I would go back to, in the architectural review section, harmony of exterior design with other properties in the architectural zone. So I'll put all my weight on that. It is definitely not harmony. We've got cases of this that I think are going to be coming up in the future. And like I say, I really think that this needs some more study before, you know, we make a decision on this.
Yeah.
We went out there and we took a look at it, and, you know, after on the site, my feeling was the very, very lowest. I thought we went to 10%. Maybe it was acceptable, but the larger issue for me is, had this been presented with the original design, I would not have recommended having the lights in the building. So we're coming after the fact. So acceptable to me, but my overall feeling is, had this been the original design, I would have recommended not having it.
I go along with that also, Nina, that if this would have been on the original plans that came, to us at the time when we approved the site plan and architectural plan for this project, I definitely would not have wanted that. As far as the apartment, I can't imagine being in the apartments next door to that building and having those lights on, even at 20%. They do cast a glow. I don't think it's where architecturally it doesn't fit the neighborhood and where we're going. Maybe it looks okay somewhere else. I don't think it looks great in the city of Glens Falls. So,
So if I could just respond to that?
yeah, you certainly can.
So in terms of compatibility, I just want to point out, just so the record is complete, that the street light in front is much brighter than the lights on top of the building. This is at 100% when the picture is taken. Yes, I dispute, certainly these are uplights, which are in a different direction, but there's exterior lighting, architectural lighting on the building next door, so I think that it is compatible, and it is really important to Trusco to have this enhancement so that if it's not acceptable to the board, I think Trusco is going to want to appeal it and see if it can be.
A street light is designed to be purposely directional as well, so the street light casts light down and out into a predetermined pattern. So again, it's a directional light where the light in question is not direct, it's omnidirectional.
It's a lot brighter than what's on top.
Well, it's not much, a street light, the brightness is designed for public safety. This is more of a branding or a, it's a method to draw attention to the building.
As is light.
That is a wall, what they call a wall wash light, that's designed to shine either up and down in a predetermined, I think it's a 25-degree beam of light, so that it doesn't cast forward, it casts up and or down.
It's a lighting enhancement, just like what Trusco
Yes.
says before.
Yes.
Any more comments from the board? Did you make a motion? You can vote.
I would like to make a motion of the Glens Falls Planning Board acting as the Board of Architectural Review for the project C2 Design Group representing Trusco Bank, commonly known as 37 Main Street, that we deny the architectural plan as presented at the meeting of January 7th, 2026.
I can't hear you. Look, I want to amend that, you made the motion, and I want to give everybody a chance on our board to do this. And could you word that with the criteria as if they went by the hours? Because it seemed like some of the board, can we do this? If we make the motion with, say, the hours from dusk till 10 o'clock at night. Was it?
But it's a denial, the motion.
Oh, it's just, you just told me no, okay. Yeah, it is a denial, okay.
Okay, that was my motion, but.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can vote on that. And if it-
That's all.
And then you either agree or don't,
You make a motion, Mr. Landry?
Wait, hold on.
So this is,
Oh, you just second on this, I'm sorry.
second, yes.
Second. Okay.
And then you have.
All in favor? What's that? Look up, oh, you go ahead.
Yeah. Commissioner Landry, this
Am I-
is to deny.
This is a denial, yes, denial.
Okay. Commissioner Trammell.
Yes, I'm in favor of the motion.
Commissioner Murray. Yes. Commissioner Judd. No. Commissioner Morris.
Yes.
Commissioner Reed.
No.
And Chairman Bowman.
Yes.
Okay.
Site plan review, SB 25-002, Melinda Stanley, lessee of tax map number 309.28-2-6, commonly known as 46 to 56 South Street, is seeking to convert the vacant commercial space on the ground floor into a hair salon pursuant to City of Glens zoning code chapter 220-19B. This requires site plan review and approval.
Hi, Melissa Sarah. The new property on South Street is we're looking to turn one of the bottom suites into a hair salon. I currently have 6 employees, so we've had 6 stations. We're a business, we're actually from South Glens Falls, so we're moving to Glens Falls. We've been in business for 8 years, just looking for a new building and a new opportunity to continue to grow.
Would anyone from the public like to comment on this? Mr. Landry?
I have no questions as far as this. I mean, if anything else, this to me is just another example of something that's unique and different that's coming to our town. And like I said, our town, I've lived here for almost 70 years, so we're never going to be a retail center again, but we're going to have a lot of unique individual businesses. And, you know, things like this, I noticed you said you're going to bring maybe 30, 35 people a day down to Glens Falls, so that's nothing but good for the city. And you got a great location too. So
We're hoping to gain more with all the new apartments going in.
yeah. Okay, so no, I have no question. No.
The only question I had, and actually I think our architect also came up with the same question, is are you going to be doing any laundering of towels, things like that?
Yes, we do have the on-site, we bought the all-in-one washer dryer unit that does the whole thing, so there's no need for.
Okay, I was just wondering about venting.
So that doesn't need ventilation, hence why we went with that washer and dryer,
Okay.
because there was no ventilation for the building, so that's what he uses in his
Yeah.
apartments.
This is where we vet stuff and things that in downtown becomes an issue, so.
Yes, so no
That's
ventilation.
a smart decision.
Thank you.
No, I haven't seen any other issue.
No, I agree. I think it's a good fit for downtown. Thank you.
Nails? Or you
No nails.
okay, is that?
It's just men, women, hair, color services.
No, I didn't.
No nails.
No, that requires a whole different ventilation.
Our license does cover with exactly a whole lot of different ventilation, so we just never have chosen to go down the nail route.
Mr. Ward, did you have anything?
For the record, Eric Ward, Fire Prevention Officer, City of Glens Falls. No, I had the same question Commissioner Trammell had about ventilation. We're still the same response. They're going to need a fire and safety inspection prior to opening to the public, but as it stands right now, no concerns.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome to Glens Falls. I have no issue, glad to see a storefront being filled.
Thank you.
No, welcome.
What they say.
Guys, everything's good with building and codes and
Everything's up to date.
okay. You want your public comment?
Seeker.
Yep. What's that?
This is a type 2 action, so no further review is needed.
Thank you.
Sure. I'd like to make a motion that the Glens Falls Planning Board, acting as the Board of Site Plan Review, hereby grant site plan approval for the project identified as Melinda Stanley, lessee of the tax map commonly known as 46 to 56 South Street, as presented at the meeting on January 7, 2026.
Second motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Site plan review SP 26-003, Kara Magulahan, lessee of tax map number 309.28-2-6, commonly known as 46 through 56 South Street, is seeking to convert a vacant commercial space on the ground floor into a retail store pursuant to the City of Glens Falls zoning code chapter 220-19B. this requires site plan review and approval. Sorry if I didn't get your name.
No, good job on the name. You can. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for having us. My name is Karen Houlihan, and this proposal is to open a new storefront, just like my friend here, at 48 South Street in the new big blue building right across the street. And we'll be selling home goods primarily, gifts that are specifically tailored to Glens Falls, and we'll be welcoming some local vendors in our space, so we're really excited to open our doors.
Anyone from the public like to comment? Mr. Reed?
Great.
Sure.
No concerns.
No concerns.
No concerns.
Just quick question, you said retail shop, what is it you're gonna sell?
Yes, we're gonna have primarily home goods, so we'll have, things to make you feel like home. We'll have, a little bit of stationery, we'll have, notebooks and pens, and table lamps, and napkins, and,
Your hometown stuff.
yes, I'm passionate about.
No, it's just another great addition to downtown.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Signage or anything for the exterior?
We will, we haven't decided on, I think we're working with our landlord to.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just
we
wanted to
didn't
address that.
agree on what size for the signage. They're just the same as all the other ones that are on South Street, like where signs are coming from the building.
They have to get a sign from there.
Yes,
yes,
Yeah, but I just,
Devin Rosales, I'm planning coordinator for the city. Yes, you guys remember when Mr. Patton came for his second round of architectural review? He was going to have mounted signs already there, so you can see it walking down the street, and yes, everyone will require a sign permit from building codes.
just. Don't see your.
Yeah, type 2 also, whether we need it.
All right, then, I'd like to make a motion that the Glens Falls Plan Review, acting as the Board of Site Plan Review, hereby grant site plan approval for the project identified as Kara Magugan Lisi of tax map commonly known as 46 to 56 South Street, as presented at the meeting of January 7, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Thank you so much.
Site plan review SU 26-004, Jeffrey Ives, contract vendee of tax map number 302.20-331-5, commonly known as 174 Glen Street, is seeking to convert the vacant commercial space into a menswear store. Pursuant to the City of Glens Falls zoning code, chapter 220-19B, this requires site plan review and approval.
Hi, my name is Jeff Ives, and I'm currently the owner of J. Reed Menswear on 166 Glen. And all I'm looking to do is take my store from 166 Glen and move over to 174 Glen. So everything will be the same, a copy floor plan, and just move the buildings.
Anyone from the public like to comment on this? Mr. Landry?
No, I know. So like, you're literally just moving up the street.
2 doors over.
Yeah, no questions or problems, and best of luck.
Since I was in your store a few weeks ago, I think it's a good move.
No, I agree. No concerns. It'll be nice.
How they treat you?
You treated me well.
Mr. Reed?
That's good.
Is it more space? Is that why you're moving, or you bought the building?
I bought the building.
Okay.
I was supposed to buy 166 Glen.
Okay.
And then the deal didn't work out for a variety of reasons, so I really wanted to keep it in Glens Falls. Downtown Glens Falls move was really good for me.
Thanks.
From the mall.
Yeah, it's a downtown kind of store, it's a specialty store, it's a service-oriented store. The Glens Falls community has been really good to me in the transition from the mall, so I wanted to, it just worked out that the building that I'm buying is 2 doors over, so people shouldn't get confused by the change of location. But I was really committed to staying as close to my current location as possible. So it just worked out for the building, and 174, been on the market for a few years now, so the building's actually a lot nicer, it's a lot more renovated. I don't have immediate plans to do anything else with the building. I was more concerned about moving my store. I don't need to rent the other spaces, it's not mandatory for me, but the location was more important than anything else, that's the reason.
Yeah, good luck. Nice to see that you're staying downtown.
I'll always have a store in Glens Falls. Glens Falls is really good.
No, I have no. Thank you.
Thank you. We're good.
All right. I'd like to make a motion that the Glens Falls Planning Board, acting as the Board of Site Plan Review, hereby grant site plan approval for the project identified as Jeffrey Ives, contract Ben D, of the property commonly known as 174 Glen Street, as presented at the meeting of January 7, 2026.
Second. All in favor? And I did just get great service there. I wanted to say that afterwards. I was part of the big party a couple of weeks ago,
Oh, yeah.
and I heard nothing but good.